Welcome to S2 TV, guys. I'm Dr. Tiff, and we are here in the kitchen. Last week we made homemade pizzas, quick, easy, healthy meal, really easy to make for one person and have some leftovers. Today I want to show you guys another really simple meal that you can cook for the family, or again, if you're just cooking for one person, it's really easy to do, doesn't have a lot of prep time or ingredients. So today we're going to be making a turkey tenderloin. You guys may have seen these. This is a pre-marinated, so this is an applewood smoked. It's a Jenny O. Hormel has some as well. We sometimes get the plain ones and just doctor them up ourselves, but again, if you don't want to have that extra prep time, the pre-marinated ones are super easy. This has 1 gram of fat and 4 ounces. So if you're looking at portioning, remember all raw meat, the food label is based on the raw weight. So if it says 4 ounces, that's 4 ounces raw. Obviously with a tenderloin, you don't want to cut it up first. But you know this is a full pound. So once it's cooked, if you eat 1/4 of this, you know you're eating 4 ounces. So it's really easy to portion. It's already seasoned and marinated. And it's super easy to cook and even to use through the week on sandwiches or cut it up and dice it up for a salad. So I've got 2 already lined baking sheets here with aluminum foil. Again, that keeps the cleanup process super easy. I've got my oven already preheated. All ovens are a little bit different, but it just really easy on the back tells you this is showing 350. I usually do it a little bit hotter because I think the longer you cook it, the more it dries out. So I try to cook it a little faster, but somewhere between 350 and 400 depending on your oven. And it's so easy. It's got a little tab here, and you literally just pop it open and it just pulls right open. Look, I'm not even getting anything on my hands. So you guys that are kind of creeped out by raw meat, I just turn this guy over, lay it right out on my aluminum foil. I'm going to touch it. We'll have to wash our hands. Just get it right in the middle of your pan there. And there you go. We're going to just pop that right in the oven. So we'll wash my hands here. So the other thing we're going to make some roasted broccoli and cauliflower. Again, the beauty of that is you can pop it right in the oven on my other lined baking pan here and bake it right along with your meat, and so your timing's perfect. You'll pop them out of the oven together. And then the other thing we're going to make, I'm going to dry my hands here, Stu. We're going to make potato. So you guys might have seen these. They're already packaged to be microwaved. So again, there's no prep. You don't have to wait an hour and a half for your potatoes. You put these in. They take about 7 to 10 minutes depending on the size of them. I've got a sweet potato and a baked potato. So again, depending on your preference, you can do either one of those. Carb count is very similar on both of these. Now, baked potato is a little higher glycemic than a sweet potato because of the fiber difference, but make sure you weigh these. If you weigh them cooked, log it cooked. So you'll find entries that say cooked sweet potato or cooked baked potato. So weigh these out, pop them in the microwave. But right now, we're going to get our broccoli and cauliflower prepped. I get the pre-cut florets. You can get the heads and cut them off. They're a little cheaper. But again, this is about simple and quick. So I just pop these right out on my baking sheet. Spread them out. Same with the broccoli. Open the bag, and I'm not going to cook the whole bag, so I've got a little left over. Okay. Now, think about the fat here. There's no fat in these potatoes. There's no fat in the raw veggies. There's 1 gram of fat in a serving of the turkey tenderloin. So in this case, you could add a little olive oil to it, or you can even, and I love to add a little Parmesan cheese, so you're bringing a little bit more fat content in it. If you had a higher fat meal earlier in the day and you want to cut your fat, you could use just an olive oil cooking spray to season up those veggies. So the purpose of this is just 1, we want to get a little crisp on the outside, and 2, we want to make sure that the seasonings stick to the veggies. So I'm just going to spray those down just a bit. We keep it simple. Salt, pepper, so a little bit of pepper. And again, this is to your liking. However much you guys like, you could put some garlic powder on there. You could put some seasoning salt like Mrs. Dash or something if you don't like a lot of salt. But I just kind of sprinkle it around there. And then again, the Parmesan's kind of salty, so just be careful to not add too much salt. And I just sprinkle that right on top. Right? So we're going to pop these in the oven. The tenderloin and the veggies, depending on how soft you like the veggies, take about 30 to 40 minutes. So while those are cooking, you can be doing some laundry, folding clothes, getting stuff ready for the morning. Pop those in the oven, and then about 10 minutes left, you're going to put those potatoes in, and you'll be ready to eat. We'll see you back in a minute. Welcome back, guys. Our dinner is done. So I'm just going to pull our stuff out here. You can kind of see, right, our turkey tenderloin. It's got a little bit of a nice gold crust on it, nice and hot. I usually just push on it. When it's firm like that, you're pretty good to go. You know it's probably done. Again, every oven's a little bit different. Just set that there, and then we've got our broccoli and cauliflower, and look at that good golden crisp you got on there. So that's probably from that olive oil spray and the Parmesan. It just gets a little bit crispy on top, almost as good as popcorn. All right, set that down. Close our oven up. So now we're just going to cut. So again, this was a full pound, right? So if I eyeball that, that's about half and half. So about half of that's going to be 4 ounces. It's not an exact science. Certainly you can weigh it out if you're trying to be real meticulous with your macrograms, but 4 ounces is 20 grams of protein. Because it's so low fat, this is one of those proteins that you can get away with a little bit bigger portion if you're having trouble eating your protein, because it's not going to take your fats overboard like a steak, right, or some kind of a sausage, something like that. So I'm just going to cut off a little bit here just so we can plate it up. And look at that. Perfectly done inside. You want it white all the way through. With pork, you can get away with it a little bit pink, but turkey, you want it to be white all the way through. Okay, so I'm just going to cut off a couple pieces here. We'll plate it up. Probably would eat a little more than that, but just for our video here. And then with our broccoli and cauliflower, just going to throw some of that on top. I like the cauliflower, so I'll save the broccoli for stew. And then I already have our sweet potato on here, so I just pulled that out of the microwave. Again, you just microwave it. It took 10 minutes in our microwave. Cut it open. I love to put a little bit of cinnamon sugar on it, just to get a little sweetness. Could throw a little butter on there if you like it. A little brown sugar. Again, just weigh it out, measure it, make sure it fits in your macros. So you got a great fibrous veggie. You've got your lean protein source here, right? And you could probably get away with a little bigger portion. And then you've got your starch. So about 150 grams of cooked potato is 25 carbs. So just make sure you weigh that sucker out, because this is probably a lot more than 150 grams. So you need to weigh that out. Make sure you log it accurately as a quick, easy dinner. And look how much leftover you have. If it was just you eating, all that leftover for sandwiches, salads, throw it in a soup in the winter. Enjoy, guys. Have a good one.